Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk in depth between the A levels and the IB curriculum. Which one should you take and why, and which is meant for whom, and how do you make these choices? Who makes these choices? Is it the teacher, is it the student, or is it the parent? Should the parent decide for the student, or the student should decide by themselves? We're going to talk about all of these in this video. Both the IB and the A levels are taken by children after they clear their IGCSE. So the big question we are asking is, to IB or not to IB? That's the big question we are asking. But above all, we need to know, are you sure after IGCSE, what do you want to do? Is that question clear? How much hours, how much of hours are you willing to put every day for your studies? Are you the serious and the focused type, or are you the more social and a little vague type? Have you got it all planned, or are you still confused about what and how and what subjects should I take and which board? So once you get these answers, then it's easy for you to decide whether you should take IB or you should take the A levels. Neither of them are better or worse. I feel that because everything will have their own merits and demerits. They both provide you with rigorous choices and demanding education. And your choice is based on what do you want to take as the next step. That's what decides everything. So in IB specifically, there are 6 subjects which is required of you to attempt. And I can tell you that it's really hard to manage all of these subjects successfully. Now, other than the core subjects, you also have to participate in the CAS, the CAS, the TOK, the Theory of Knowledge, and the EE. Now, the EE is going to take a lot. It's going to consume you because you got to put in 4,000 words on that, and you really have to put in that kind of effort and energy. IB, I would say, is very holistic and very philosophical. And it's got international aspect to the core of it. It's very international. IB is more useful for a student who's very scholarly, and it's a scholarly perspective because your time involved is very high. You have to work a lot more on the subjects, and you have to also do other subjects which is not your major core subjects. It teaches you how to think outside the box from the traditional high school methodology, and it helps you to start and think like a college student, like a international college student. As far as preparing for international universities are concerned, my take is go for IB. Whereas on the other hand, the A level, the advanced level of the IGCSE. So, after the IGCSE, you automatically go to the A level. IB is just an alternative choice to the ones who, instead of going into A level, you have a choice of choosing IB. Well, the first year is called as the AS level, and the second year is called as the A2 level. That's the 11th and the 12th. It can be completed between 18 months to 24 months. You can choose a wide range of subjects, but you can choose what you want, provided you're very, very, very clear as to what you want. So if you know that you want to become a doctor, an engineer. Now when I say doctor and engineer, I'm not saying that you put them back into the national examination pattern, because again, they're literally going to sweat. So this is what I said even in the previous video. So I'm talking of going from here to the international sphere, to go into an international college. That's what we're talking about over here. So if you're very sure and very clear that this is what I want, then you take A levels. But if you're very vague at this point, confused at this point, then you go for IB, because you keep more options open and you keep it all ready. A levels, you can choose as many subjects as you want. This is great if you are very clear with what you will be studying in the future, because then you can focus exactly on those subjects and you can put in your best and you can put in your maximum there. So like I said, IB is a lot more fancier, very international, and it offers a lot of flexibility, especially to the ones who are not decided yet. If you're not decided yet, then go for IB. Very fancy, very international. So when I say IB is fancier, it's also got its own demerits. Like I said, everything will have its demerits. It's gonna be super time consuming. You are going to be really tired at the end of the day, because you're also going to deal with subjects which you're not going to major in the future. Your CAS is going to take time. Your extended essay is going to take a time. You are going to put in so much of effort in reading and researching and all of that. It's harder grading system. The grading system is much tougher, but well, it's accepted internationally. So you got to pay the price for it being international and fancy. The price is that you got to give it a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy, a lot of involved academics. So again, when it's so demanding, you have to be very clear and sure which college you're choosing for it. You can't just take any college and do an IB, because you will never do IB. You may do IB just on paper, but you will not go through the IB education system, the process, the protocol, the SOP, the standard operating procedures of IB. If you really have to go through it, you better be sure that you're choosing an appropriate college with appropriate, the right amount of teachers who can drill you, train you, coach you, mentor you, and help you go to the next level and help you realize the reason why you've taken IB education. It's very good, very appropriate, provided you are going to go through what it's calling you for. So the A level is more pragmatic and very focused on specific subject areas. That's why you take the A levels, because you know what you want to do. And once you know what you want to do, you want to give it your best and give it your all. You will generally do 3 subjects by the end of the 6th form. Very competitive. Therefore, the subjects you choose is very important, because that's what gives you the marks. And the marks are again important if you want to take whatever you want to take further in your career path. So how do you choose the subjects, whether it's the IB or the combination of subjects, or even for A level? Talk to the teacher. If you're close to a particular mentor, talk to the teacher. Share your strengths and your weaknesses with your teacher, and your mentor that person will mentor you and help you and guide you to which subject do you want. Read some books in the library. Just look up on the net. Find out what excites you the most. Find out what you're meant to be. Find out what's your core value. Find out what's your metal, and then follow those subjects. You will always know when you know. If I tell you between accounts and engineering, or music and maths, you always want to pick up one subject from the ones which I've said, right? You will not just take one, or you won't ignore one. That's because you already know. Once you know, I say just follow your heart simply. Don't then go to analyze it too much. Pick up a subject which you really feel for. Pick up a subject which you really want to do, and give it your best for the next 2 years. That's what I would say. Here's something very important that I'm saying. Stay away from the non-traditional subjects, because that's not going to help you get better grades. And then even for university admissions, that's going to affect you. And choose and try and play the best subject combination. Talk to people, talk to teachers, mentors, counselors. Read across the net. You will find a lot of students trying to work out a right combination balance, because once you find out the subject that you want to do, you are in a position to give in your best. Now I'm sharing all these things with you. I want you to write to me in the comment section. Write to me and tell me, what really did you like in this? What are the questions that you're having which you want me to answer based on the IB or the A level? Tell me if I missed something. Tell me you wanted to hear something on this particular topic which I just missed, or probably you want me to elaborate more. In the times to come, we're gonna make videos of how to get an A star, how to study physics better, or maths better, how you can get good grades and yet focus on your personal activities, on your personal life. We're going to do this series of one video every week is going to come up straight for you. So stay there with me. You're going to get a lot more. And I want to hear from you as to what is it that you really want to hear from me. So here's my final verdict between the IB and the A levels. It's my verdict. You can conclude what you want to conclude, but with my experience of interaction with children over the last 20 years, this is what I have to conclude. I would say in short, IB is more fancier, more intensive. It's more preparatory, and it's more open-minded for the child. It's very holistic. And it's not just for your life, but also for every aspect of your university. But the only hurdle over here is it's very time consuming, so you got to decide on that. IB definitely has much more advantage in every sense. But doing A levels doesn't disqualify you from any decent school, university, or college. It gives you the same edge. Remember what I'm saying, it gives you the same edge. If you decide to take IB, make sure that you go to a super specialized school, and that school or the college has the right teachers. That's the only catch in IB. Otherwise, you may enroll for an IB course, but you would not be doing the IB the way the IB has to be done. So I'm going to leave you with that much. My whole team and I are grateful that you watched us through this whole thing. Let us really know. We look excited through the whole week, waiting to read every comment that comes over there. Let us know what you think about us. Thank you, and bye.